Alright guys, so you made it through the positive two commands, now we'll move on to the negative ones. So these ones are a little bit more hard because they use a different type of conjugations. And these you'll have to memorize at some point for the subjunctive mood. And essentially, what we're doing here is we're going to be changing the endings for each of our conjugations. And how do you do this? So essentially, what we need to do is for AR verbs, we'll change the A's to E's, right? And then for ER, IR verbs, we'll change those E's to A's, okay? Just flipping them around, okay? And this makes no sense right now. I'll explain it with a couple of examples. Alright, so I give you guys two examples. Mandar, which means to command or to send, which matches with the topic we're learning right now. Mandar. So as you can see, I'm changing all the A's or the O's in the yo form to E's. So mande, mandes, mande, mandemos, mandeis, mande. Alright? And then for the correr, you have corra, corras, corra, corramos, corrais, corran. So as you can see, I'm just flipping it. Alright? And a lot of examples are in the thing down below too. Okay? So how would you say don't do it for a to command? And for the to commands, obviously we'll use, well not obviously, we'll use the to form. Okay? So it's self-intuitive. Okay, so if you're saying don't command, which I don't know why you would say that, but say you do, you would say no mandes. See what I did? I just used the to form in what I conjugated here. For correr, don't run. That makes sense. No corras, right? No corras. Okay? So these ones are self-intuitive. Just make sure to conjugate them right. And most of them will follow these, but there are some irregulars like always, and we'll go over them now. So, these aren't really irregulars, but they're just a rule on how to conjugate these. Alright, so you can read it. Use the yo form when changing. And now what does that mean? So when you're changing it into the tense that you're using to write your negative to commands, you have to use the yo form. So if you conjugate this into the yo form, it's suitable, right? Now we're going to use these yo forms to change into the, we're going to use the yo form ending and change that into an A or into an E, depending on whether it's an AR, ER, IR verb. So since this is the IR verb, we're going to change this to an A. So using the suitable, we're going to change that into sirvas. So the command would be no sirvas. Okay. For hacer, the yo form is hago, right? So if you said acá, that would just make no sense. You have to use this yo form. So using the hago, we'll change the last letter to an A and it'll be no hagas. Finally, for jugar, which is an AR verb, the only AR verb I have here, in the yo form it's juego. So when you're making that into the negative to command, you'll have no juegues. Okay? And notice how I made the GU, because if you just put this, then this sound, this would make it like a soft G, and you don't want that. You need to put the GU to retain the sound of the G. And if you learn the cargarzar, then same concept here. Okay? So now here are the actual irregulars. Now you can see there are not that many. Because most of the irregulars are just, if you follow the yo form, then it'll be fine. These are the only five that you need to remember for the negative to commands. So the actual irregulars are ser, which makes the sea form in the yo form, and then in the to it'll be no seas. For dar, it'll be de, and in the negative to command it's no des. And you might be wondering why I put an accent here and not here. It's basically just to retain the sound again. You just have to memorize that. The de is only for the yo form and then the third person. But for the context of the negative to commands, you just need to remember this. No des. Okay? Or actually, I'll keep these. For estar, it's estés o no estés. For ir, it's vaya, no vayas. And then for the final one, saber et sepa, and then no sepas. Right? So if you have any more help with this stuff, just look at the document that I attached down below in the description. It has tons of different questions, challenging to easy, and those are really good practice, so I recommend you do those. You can also feel free to watch this video again, no one's stopping you. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful, I hope you learned something, and hasta luego.